everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am here to do my 2024 Witches read, and I did one yesterday and it came out as a love reading. While I have tried to get away from doing so many readings about romance and stuff, not that I'm not doing any at all, I just going off in different directions energetically and picking up different messages and things besides love. Because there is other things in life, right? So, anyway, it came out. Yesterday's Witches reading came out about love. So I thought to myself when I was done, I'm going to post it and do another one. And with just asking Spirit to bring something general up, but I can't control the messages. Just like last night, I didn't anticipate it being a relationship or a love aspected kind of energy in the reading. So I'm gonna try again tonight and see. Oddly, when I came in to do my readings yesterday, I had a pumpkin fall scene up on my screen, and this was up when I turned the YouTube on, and so which I'm going to give the message. It's kind of weird for me because fireworks has been a sign to me since I think December of last year or the beginning of this year. I think it was in December of 2023. I started getting fireworks as a sign, and then I was getting synchronistic energies coming through as well with them. And I've been seeing them off and on. I saw them a good bit up until the middle of the year, and then it's kind of slacked off. And when I came in here and this was on, I felt it was a sign again because it was strange and it, switched my video from yesterday. And the weird thing is there's a casino table. I don't know if you can notice it. This is a beach scene and it's like a lounge chair here with lights in the sand and stuff. And then oddly, there's this casino table like right in the middle. I don't know. So I thought maybe it could be a message for someone specific. No idea. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because that felt like a message in itself, specifically maybe to me with the fireworks, but I don't really know what. I just feel like it's just a sign that I'm on the right path and things are moving forward for me in general in a good way, on my spiritual path or whatever. But the casino table might mean something to someone. It doesn't mean anything to me, but I don't know. So, okay, let's see what we get into here tonight. So this is the 2024 Witches read. I hope to put on their general energies or what have you. Yesterday's I labeled love and I put a little red heart on the thumbnail with it. And so we're going to see what comes up. If you'd like your own personal private Witches read, you can click the link below to be taken to my Etsy shop or follow the instructions on how to purchase it outside of Etsy. And if you do purchase from me, either way, leave a note telling me if you want me to focus on love specifically, or if you just want to let Spirit bring up whatever comes up for you for the season. So let's get started and see what Spirit has. There's somebody with a yard blower thing out there. I don't know. It was rainy. It's all wet. I don't know what could possibly be blowing. I don't know. But it's making a lot of noise. It may be being picked up on the video. So I do apologize if you can hear it. I usually don't have noise interference. But anyway, let's dive in. Let's see what Spirit has for... I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to use for the actual spread? Let's just see. Focusing on everyone, law of attraction. I'm not taking this. Focusing on everyone, law of attraction. Archangel Michael, to guide and protect our time and space. Looking for general messages in this Witches read. But let's just see. We're going to still be in allowance to what comes. Okay, they're telling me to switch right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the charm cards. This is a Mystic Moon Oracle, but I like it. I use it all year just about, but I like it because of the visual on it for Halloween specifically, but it's one that I do use. It's so awesome. I love this deck. So let's see what comes. Let's just start and see if this might set the tone or put the energy up for what this is going to be about, or we could just get a bunch of separate messages. Hard to say. So sit back and relax and enjoy your 2024 Witches read. Focusing on everyone that will be drawn on as a collective. And we have, oh, that's interesting. I pulled this morning. If you watch my fan page, I do a daily beach vibe message for everyone, and this came out this morning. It's hunger, and it's spoon, heart, hunger. And I'm gonna pull another one. And we have grapes, luxury. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Candy cane, sweet surprise. So luxury. I'm not really gonna read into those. I'm not really getting anything. It's kind of a mismatch of messages. I'm gonna kind of put this here maybe. That's not good for me, so I'm gonna put it there. Let's see what comes up from here. And we have the fledgling. I know this one in this deck, for me, it's kind of like the magician card because of the one, but it also means new beginnings and being in like the beginner's mind, starting something new. It would be like coming after the full energy. It's like starting fresh on a new journey, right? There's a word that wants to come, but I don't know if I'm hearing it right. And let me just Google and see here. It's weird because I don't think that's the right word. I can't quite grasp the word. It's like a feeling, but I can't grasp the word. But it's like having beginner's mind. But because this word is fledgling, you know, it's not a word that you hear a lot with, you know, like in reference to new beginnings. So I feel like there's something with that. The fact that this is like an off-colored kind of word to, you know, usually you hear, you know, maybe novice or apprentice. There's some very common ones in here, but because this is fledgling, seems strange. Or, I mean, not strange. I've seen this card before, but to me right now in this moment, it seems like part of the message, like using like an odd word to describe something. Okay, so let's just see where else we go with this. And then, you know, the other ones too, the sweet surprise and the hunger with the grapes. I feel like because the grapes are like so like individual, but there's so many of them, I feel like there's going to be a lot of different things that come up that are surprisingly pleasing, but not just one thing. I feel like it's going to be a lot of things that come. So let's just see what this deck wants to tell us. Focusing on the opening energy, what we want to know. The underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Yeah, so that's going, okay, and there's the pomegranate. See, this is weird. See how they're individual little seeds? I was guided to that part with this, with the grapes. Like they're individual, but there's so many of them. So it's like, and it's same feeling look from the pomegranate. So it's not just one thing. It's like all these little things making up the totality of it. And it says where all things pause and begin again. So it's like the beginner's mind starting over, a lot of sweets, abundance, because this says luxury. So this would be an abundance of it. And so that's also what this would represent. The pomegranate represents abundance. So there's a lot of things that are going to, a lot of sweet surprises that are going to, an abundance of sweet surprises. It's going to feel new to you for sure. You're going to be like, wow, this feels like a whole new world, because this says where all things pause and begin again. And it gives me the sense of kind of like the high priestess because of the pomegranates here, but it also gives me the feeling of like the judgment. And judgment for me is like something that had ended and is resurrected, but in a new life, in a new form, in a whole new way. So it would be like being at work and not liking your job, and then all of a sudden being promoted or getting a new boss, and the whole atmosphere, the whole, you know, hierarchy of everybody in the office and their energy, everything changes because of this internal change that happens in the office or something, or you get promoted to boss and you change all the rules and the whole place has this whole new energy. Same job, same building, same people, but everything changes because something within it got a new vibration, a new energy. So that's how I see the Judgment card, but it brings back to life something that has lost its ability to continue on in that form. It's just you can no longer deal with it in that way. It's just heavy, it's dense, it's going nowhere, it's feeling like a dead end, and then all of a sudden something comes in with a new vibration, a new change that creates a whole new atmosphere. So they're like painting this picture of this all the way through here. Even there's marshmallows. I'm seeing these, see all these little marshmallow cubes here, or sugar cubes or something. Maybe they're sugar cubes. And this, and then in the pomegranates, they're indicating there's like many of them. So it's, I don't think it's going to be, it may just be one thing, but it's going to just feel so abundant. It's going to feel like a whole new thing to you. It's like opening something up and seeing the treasure in there. You don't just get one seed, but you got all these seeds. And the feeling of the high priestess, there could be a bit here where we're not going to really get all of the energy. You know, because there's some mystery there. I don't think they want to give it all up, but I'm getting that sense that there's definitely something new starting in that energy that I described of the judgment. So let's just see. I'm going to see. Let me see. I feel like I kind of want to do tarot. Let's start with the tarot and see what it feels like. And then if I feel like I want to move to an oracle, I will. So yeah, that's the new beginning, this resurrected, refreshed, new energy. It's like, what is that Beach Boy song? Good vibrations, good vibrations. Yeah, I can't sing, but that's what I'm getting. Expectation. Oh, I'm not gonna go. This read will go on forever if I Google that. But I will find the good vibration song. Maybe something in the lyrics as well, but this may be something that goes on from Halloween till Christmas too, because of the candy cane. So I feel like, you know, you may start to see bits and pieces of it like this with the little individual nuggets of abundance of these things or this energy. You may start to get like the feeling of it coming, or start to see things changing, or sensing the energies changing. Okay, the witch, who you are right now. And it's 3 of Pentacles. So this is a card of cooperation. I heard the word cooperation. So you're cooperating, you're cooperative. This can also be working in groups. The number 3 could be important, but it takes us back to the Empress as well in tarot. So here you are right now. Somebody that is And there's a weird feeling that's coming up from this. I don't want to say overseeing, but she's kind of like standing over that little boy, looking, you know, writing something out. And she looks like she's commenting on what, like an announcer or something. But I'm just going to say who you are right now is, you know, somebody that is open to cooperating with others. This is talking about collaboration. But I just feel like there's something more here. And I feel like I'm going to just add an oracle. Oh, no, I know where they want me to go. Right here. So let's use the spirit of darkness and light and see what comes up. I feel like that has more to do with the Empress. We have, oh yeah, that's that weird. Spirit of a flocks, gossip, rivals, posse. But to me, this card is like, when I get this card, it's like this Page of Swords. And I feel like the visual, I feel like they're trying to, like, her looks like she's using like an announcer, or she's going to talk into that. Like she's holding a microphone or something. And she's like watching this boy write something. And this talks about communication. So, and I'm hearing ornate. It's, it could be preparing to speak or preparing to communicate or talking. Ornation. This is a strange energy. Could be mediator between people. Public speaker. Okay, it says orator. A public speaker, especially one, which I knew what it was, but I wanted to see what it said. Especially one who is eloquent or skilled. So there's something about your way of communication. This is little to do with the Three of Pentacles and the aspect of the true tarot meaning, and I just want to read it intuitively. And this feels to me like the Page of Swords, so it talks about information. I'm getting a feel of communication, because not only is she going to speak into this microphone looking thing, he's writing. So this has to do with communication. I'm not sure what the fact is of there being an adult and a child, but there's something here with who you are right now is something to do with the way you're communicating, however that is. I'm not sure, but we're going to continue on and we're going to see what comes up, because this can be like a little mystery unraveling. So let's just move forward in the reading. Let it at that. This has something to do with who you are right now, has to do with your throat chakra, has to do with the way of communication, has to do with information, how you're processing it and dispersing it among people. So whether that be in your family, whether that be if you have a spiritual business, your soul tribe, whatever that is, this has to do with the way you're communicating to others, the messages that you're putting out. Not so much negative as in gossip, but this was just telling me this had to do with what I was picking up on this card of communication. So who you are right now is you're working on your public speaking, the way you communicate to the masses, to others, whether that be in your immediate family, in your home, you know, your community, your online community, what have you, and to other people. So the spotlight is on that aspect of you right now. Sorry, it took me a while to pick it up, but I get it. Wisdom for the witch, something you need to know this Halloween. So they want me to use this. I think I'm going to be spooking around here. Spooking around. Not spooking around. I don't know where that came from. I'm going to be zhuzhing around to different decks. Okay. Wisdom for the witch, something you need to know this Halloween. And it's fragments. So that has to do, this came up Did this come up? This came up in yesterday's reading, and it gave me that sense of bits and pieces of information, and that was the surprise at the end of, okay, so this might be picking up where we left off last night, but I'm hoping it's not about the relationship, because at the very end of yesterday's reading, it was talking about the surprise was fragmented. It was like, I was starting to pick up ones and zeros, and I was getting bits and pieces of information coming through, that it felt like it was coming from the Akashic records. So what they want you to know is, I feel like this is a reminder to me of yesterday's message, is that something you want to know or need to know this Halloween is information that you need about your journey forward, most likely in whatever it is you're working on that has to do with public speaking, and how you get your message out to others, whether that be in a 9-to-5 job, or like I said, an independent spiritually based business, or within your family. The information you need to help others and to communicate what your needs, or whatever you have that you're doing that you want others to benefit from, is coming to you. So what you need to know is that information is coming. It says fragmented, but it's just Spirit's way of showing me it's the bits and pieces of information, like data being downloaded, channeled down into your knowingness, whether like a claircognizance, it's just going to be like channeled in, or you're going to be able to just pick it up like blocks of information, sort of like I get a feeling and then I got to start putting words around it. It just comes down and you can't really even describe it. But that's what they're saying here. I don't feel like I need to pull anymore, because it's just taking me back to where they left off yesterday. But I don't feel it has to do with relationship this time. I feel like this is just saying the surprise last night's reading was about that reading, but it's also a two-tiered message, like they usually do. Give me more than one message in something that has to do with this. So there's like a split, and that was letting me know it has to do with fragmented information, bits and pieces of information. Data is the word. They want me to use the word data. Data information is coming, and this card is even still going with it. So everything, oddly enough too, everything's kind of like linked together. Like yesterday's reading was linked. So this is important. Like yesterday's reading was linked to today's through this card, and this is matching with the energy of information, and this is how you assimilate it and disperse it amongst other people. And this can be literally with your throat, talking to people, writing, like I do my daily vibe in the morning. So how I put my messages out would be for me. But I'm also getting you as a person, your energy, without like opening your mind. It would be like telepathy. You are dispersing, you yourself. Okay, now they're telling me. You yourself, oddly enough, are like a, what do you want to call it? People that do transcribing, like she's talking and he's transcribing what she's saying. Shorthand. So there's like a shorthand energy, something about you, your energy and where you're at. You're projecting information into people around you that you may not actually be consciously aware of, and it may not be coming out of your mouth. It could be coming through voice vibration or just your auric field. But you yourself are emitting and these bits and pieces of information from within your own energy field. You may right now not know it, on a conscious level. But also the other message of how you're actually communicating literally in the 3D is also standing in this message too. But unbeknownst to you, and see, everything, they're saying everything is linked. Oh, and this too is like starting to feel like there's little bits of data, bits of information. And then this may all be new to you. You may start to consciously pick up on what's happening, on that energy that I picked up that wasn't just about you talking and communicating through writing and text and all that. Your energy actually dispersing information that others are picking up on a subconscious level. So you may be activating or awakening others through something in your energy too, by data that's being dispersed off of your energy field. Weird, I know, but that's what I'm getting. So I have to go with it. And they're saying everything is linked. Just like this linked us to last night's ending as a surprise, it was a continuing into this message for today. Costume, how others are seeing you at this time. No, I can't decide. How others are seeing you at this time. King of Pentacles. So really grounded, really abundant, stable, reliable, in charge and control, energetically and literally. So that's good energy. Like a leader quality, how people are seeing you at this time. I'm going to add one here too. I felt like I wanted to use this. I'm going to add this. So King of Pentacles, King of Earth. How others are seeing you at this time. And we have Spirit of the Past. Nostalgic, aching old flame. So there can be some Spirit of the Past Pentacles, past Pentacles. So there can be something here about, you know, together that would be kind of like old money or something like that. But I'm not quite picking up. I'm not picking that up. I'm picking up. It's not about, I don't feel like it's so much about money as it is about worth, perhaps. It could have to do with worth, like how people are seeing you as, you know, like they say the sum total of your past or something. There's something with that. I'm not quite picking up what they're saying here. Well dressed, presented, but she's like got so yeah, I'm just gonna go with how others are seeing you as something to do with past worth or how you're presenting yourself in regards to your abundance or your self-worth. But I feel like we're going to come back to this because I'm not quite grasping it, which happens sometimes, and I have to like assimilate it, or sometimes when we go forward I will be drawn backward, but I'm just going to kind of let that. But there's something there. We're going to just let it as, you know, grounded, secure, but there's definitely something there, a link. There's a link to the past, another link. Okay, link. Could have something to do with the ancestor message, because I'm picking up an ancestor, I'm picking up a lineage, old money, something that you've picked up from the past that has put you in a good, stable position, is how others are seeing you. But we're going to go forward. I'm going to probably come back to this one. The candy bag, sweet treat coming to you before Thanksgiving. So sweet treat coming to you before Thanksgiving. I'm going to use this one. And summon. Sweet treat before Thanksgiving. Summon. So this is like also kind of like the Magician card, just by the appearance, of course, in it. And you're going to attract something that you want. This also was in yesterday's reading, I do believe, but I don't want to refer back to that because of the relationship aspect of it. But sweet treats. Let's see if we see what you're going to summon. Let me try the tarot. What are we going to summon? So something you're trying to manifest, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to have magic. You can do magic. And this is King of Wands. So this can be just, you know, it can be that you're going to be summoning your inner magician. You're going to be summoning charisma. This card talks to me about charisma, being charismatic. This could literally be a person if that's something that you're looking at, or looking at manifesting. But to me, it's summoning your own inner charisma. And of course, if you're working on public speaking or skills of oration or what have you, of course, you're going to be more magnetic. This feels like magnetic chemistry, that kind of thing. So you're going to be summoning more of that charisma. You're going to be summoning more soul tribe if that's what you're trying to do. There's a feeling coming up with that too, like a presentation from, it's like being put, what is that word? That one's going to get me. I'm going to go back to that one because I'm still getting this feeling. I don't know how they're seeing these put together, but it's in a weird way. Anyway, so what you're getting, sweet treat you're getting is going to be summoning your inner magician, your inner charisma, your inner entertainer, if you will. Could be, again, part of this, what they're showing you that you are right now, working on that energy. Again, it can be known to you or unbeknownst to you, this back here, what they're seeing, who you are right now. It can be that the energy, if you're not literally in the 3D working on public speaking or your skills of oration or writing skills or helping spread messages or what have you, if you're not literally doing that, unbeknownst to you, something about your energy is assimilating information and dispersing it, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. So sweet treat coming is you're going to summon more of magnetic charisma. So you may feel people being more drawn to you, gravitating to you, more positive and sweet opportunities coming to you due to that. It's like your energy is changing. You're summoning different energy because the King of Wands talks about energy. And now we have two kings. So I want to be very aware of what we're looking at here. I'm going to put these down just so I can kind of keep my eye on them and not lose myself in the spread, because I think I'm going to be going back to this, how others are seeing you, because it feels linked to something here in the past or before, something that came before. And that felt weird, something that came before. People are seeing it as something that came before. Okay, I'm going to get, there's a really weird feeling there. Okay, so the tombstone. So that's a sweet treat coming, is summoning charisma, or, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. The tombstone, message from your ancestors. No, they're saying this. Messages from your ancestors. And it's Lady de la Mortes, I can't say it. Acceptance and equality. To me, this is like the death card in tarot, but sort of like, and I want to say acceptance and equality. I also want to say what I get a message from is the, what is that Serenity prayer? I'm getting bits and pieces of the Serenity prayer. You know, the courage to change the things I can and something that I can't change, or however it goes. So I'm going to say the message from your ancestors is to embrace the Serenity prayer and to take it literally. There's something, let me just look, because I know bits and pieces of it. I certainly don't have it memorized. But let me just, Serenity prayer. This reading is going to be a little longer than. Serenity prayer. Yeah, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's what your, goodness. Again, it could have something to do with throat chakra, but yeah. That's their wisdom for you. And for some reason, a charm. So this could be a sign or a message they're going to send. But that's the message. The Serenity prayer is their message. And we have footprints, impressions. And this feels like it's tied, just like I said to this, the impressions. Because it started feeling like something that came before. And something that is, you know, like something that puts on, like if you put, it's like the cover to a book. I don't know how to explain it. It's like representing the past in some way, but I don't get it. I don't understand what they're saying, but impressions. So footprints, following in their footprints. Like they see you following in their footprints. Maybe they've paved a way for you forward. Moving, maybe they had done some legwork or groundwork for you. For you to follow in their footsteps. It could be something like that as well. But I'm getting that throat chakra. So yeah, and for me here at the beach, you leave the little footprints on the beach, so this could be that too. And then there's that other prayer too that talks about God carrying you, and there's only one set of footprints. I don't remember the name of it. I'll look it up and I will put the name of that prayer too. So those two prayers too could be important in the messages coming through. So yeah, definitely something in that energy with that message for everyone from the ancestors. So those were nice messages. The pumpkin, how to be more creative this fall. The Wheel of Fortune. So it can talk about, the Wheel of Fortune talks about ups and downs, going with the flow, going with change. I feel like changing something up. This talks about change to me. So changing something up. Undercurrent there I was guided to look at is the moon. So something mysterious. Changing something up. How to be more creative. Being more mysterious. Changing how you behave or changing how you do something. Bringing a change to something is going to be important for how to be more creative this fall. So like if you're used to doing a hobby one way, you might want to try it some way different. Going with the flow. I don't know. I'm not really picking up much more there. She's got a book beside her, so maybe reading, following instructions, or if you do follow instructions, don't follow the instructions because there's like this book that's open there too. So however you do something, there's a need to kind of change it up in regards to being more creative. I don't really feel like I want to get another message for that. The black cat, will you be lucky? So I'm going to use... Yeah, I'm going to use this. Will you be lucky? Yeah, I'm going to use tarot because I feel like that. Be lucky. Ooh. And it is 10 of Wands. So this doesn't feel really lucky to me because 10 of Wands talks about a lot of pressure, a lot of burden energy. If you are lucky this fall, you're going to be lucky at being able to withstand is the word. You're going to be able to withstand pressure or, multitasking, doing things like that on a more mundane, everyday level. Because if it says that you're lucky, it'll kind of give me an area. And this, I just feel like overburdened, heavy energy, being able to withstand or endure that kind of thing. So if you're, if you feel lucky being able to in that energy, but I'm not really getting a really great luck with that feeling with that card. And under, and that's weird because I've pulled the under, look at the under, and it was the Page of Swords. So it could be in the area of information, again, overload, information overload. So it could have to do with what we were, the beginning of this reading was talking about information, and that's what this card represents to me. So I feel like this reading is somehow tied all the way together, like everything is kind of tied together, and this is a 10. So in this, I feel like they're just telling me everything's linked, everything's connected in some way. And it's like this card, back to, this is really bugging me, how people see you. This is linked to something in the past. Quite sure, but this is related to this. This is the information. So if you are lucky, it's in the area of information. So information overload, carrying all this information, like dispersing it like we were talking about in the beginning. So I'm going to say most likely not financially, but it could lead to something like that, depending on what you're doing practically in the 3D. But this has to do with this information assimilation and carrying that information and dispersing it. It could be that energetic, in the energetic realm again that I'm picking up. So yeah. The moon, message about your psychic abilities. And it's focus. So there's a message. The message here for your psychic abilities is to focus on them. I feel like with the fire energy coming from, the visual here, I feel like it could be Sagittarius time frame is important. So if you want to take a class or a course on your psychic abilities, you may want to pick it up in that time frame. But just simply to focus on that area, spend time working on your abilities, using them, keeping them in the forefront of your mind is going to be important, and working with them with focused intention. So the cauldron, your love life, what is being created in the heart chakra cauldron for you for Halloween? We have King of Swords. So again, information. This is strange. And what's brewing in your heart chakra cauldron? Again, King of Swords talks about mental, the mind, words, thinking, communication, that kind of thing. What's on somebody's mind, that energy is coming, but that information is there too. Let's pull from here and see what is brewing in the heart chakra. And I'm going to pull one from here too, since it's love. We'll pull three. I love. So for some, this could be an air sign person. This could be communication. This can be to do with this whole message of thoughts. And then we have the moon. So it could be at a full moon time, like full moon in, I don't know when the full moon in October is, but it could be at a full moon. Also, moon talks about mystery. Oh, and it's full moon. This is a full moon. So full moon illuminates the darkness. And then there's that black cat. And black cat is familiar. It is a familiar. So something that feels familiar is illuminated, perhaps, in regards to a partnership. Or maybe an understanding why someone feels familiar or something like that. Let's get an oracle. Divine timing. Oh, and the moon would represent cycles and times too. So that's interesting. So it could be like the time, the right time, is because we're talking about what's brewing. Oh, and there's that tower, clock tower. And I would get, oh yeah, that's weird. That's weird because I would get that energy of a Back to the Future in some of my readings. There was one not long ago. I had the Back to the Future where I saw the clock tower and the lightning striking and the DeLorean or whatever, that movie with Michael J. Fox. And I'm getting that feeling too. A serendipitous event and the timing of it. So this is kind of mysterious, but maybe, parts of the information you're getting is going to be about that. Could be something coming right at the full moon, but this talks about illumination. So take it as you will. Or how it resonates for you. But there is, and oh yeah, Back to the Future. And this has the past. This is how how people are seeing you. I don't know how that would have anything to do with a love placement, but there is something weird going on with this one. I cannot quite grasp it. If I do grasp it, I will type it in the description. You can come back later and see if I put it there. But yeah, there is something weird with that. It feels like, that's what it feels like. It feels like something is covered up. Like, I want to do this. Like, this wants to cover up the past. Cover up the past. You're just being seen as covering something up. Covering the past up. It's weird. There's a message here. Could be tied to this. I don't know, because of the past and the timing. I don't know. I have no idea why I'm going back there right now. But it's like, that's what I feel like I want. Like, this is being like a front. What do they call that? I keep seeing like a store window where you put a display up, but then all the clothing's in the back or something. There's just this weird feeling with this. I don't know what it is. And there's a word that wants to come with it, but I can't quite get it. So this is, timing is brewing. So what we're talking about timing. What's brewing in the heart chakra is timing, the right timing. And a serendipitous event is brewing, okay, in regards to something with your love life. Communication, talking, revealing something, somebody's thoughts, or for some, an air sign person. I know this is kind of like all over the place, but this is like a weird message that's coming out. So a boo, a surprise, the unexpected. Let's see where they go with this. Let's use this. A boo, unexpected, a surprise, the unexpected. And it's the owl. Wise seeing, wise action. So I love owl. I love owl energy. So again, talks about information. It talks about observation, seeing something and taking action on it. It's like seeing the prey and then going down there. And then there's timing again on the bottom. It's the midnight. It says the most magical hour of all. Could have to do with that, but let's see. Let's add some other oracles. Boo, unexpected, wise seeing, wise action. An opportunity, that would be seeing an opportunity and taking action on it, right? Let's see what spirit is heading this up besides owl. Oh, and this is an owl. And look, could have to do with love life. So like an opportunity to take action or something. I don't know. Because those are going, this is an owl in there. That's weird. And he's facing that way. So let's see if we add to it what spirit is dealing with this. Boo, the surprise, unexpected. And we have spirit of the dummy, weak, follower, clueless. So for me, and then the undercurrent, there is sly, cunning, strategy, the fox. So for me, this talks about a follower. So this could be somebody on social media. You're clueless as to the situation. It doesn't always mean like, the visual or the energy. Something specific will stick out. For me, it's speaking of a follower that you're clueless about, or there's a strategy here. Strategizing an opportunity. Somebody that's following you, perhaps. Somebody that's reading your information or doing something is the unexpected surprise. They may take some sort of action. And I'm going to pull one more from here. And it is success. So successful completion of something. So I feel like you may have been clueless about a follower or somebody observing, and the surprise is there's going to be an unexpected opportunity and they take action on it. So maybe somebody reaches out to you, somebody that's been like if you are spreading your messages out there, or you're writing a book, or you're doing something with information, somebody sees it, reads it, wants to publish your book, or wants you to work for them, or somebody reaches out to you or something, because this too is the written word on a document too. So the unexpected surprise is you're clueless as to the strategy or to the plan, I feel like you're going to start getting bits and pieces of information. You are simulating and spreading that information literally and or energetically. And as we started, there is a lot of abundant, sweet surprises coming your way. And you're going to feel like the energy is renewed back to this energy, and like you're on a whole new, sort of like a level up on a game is what they're showing me. Like the game, the new level starts over, and you know, it's like a new energy, but it's in like this whole new landscape where things are sweeter and more abundant in that lighter energy. So yeah, you may have unexpectedly have somebody reach out and offer you something that's going to make you very successful. Would be the boo unexpected surprise that you're kind of clueless, that they're watching and observing, and there's a strategy at play to offer you something, is what I can see from that and make from that. So that's the unexpected surprise. Very interesting. So let's do some more oracles. Oh, this is not the one I wanted. Let's do a couple more oracles just to end the reading. See what the witch wants to send for messages or symbols for over the Halloween season. And we have dress, role play. So dancing is coming up, celebration, lantern, inner guidance, following that inner guidance. And then the undercurrent is the camera, the memories. And again, back to like how people are seeing you. There was something weird with this and I just can't quite grasp it. And like I said, if it comes to me, because there's definitely something, I'll type it in the description, but the memories are coming up. So yeah, angel blessings to everyone. Happy Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this one. It did come out as more of a general, different message. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I definitely feel a really good, successful ending as well. Angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love. Again, if you'd like your own private reading, follow the information in the description. Happy Halloween.